Everybody's Steph from the Hot Moon Podcast. Man, it seemed like the Mavericks are on a mission to just truly sabotage Luka Doncic. I mean, I don't know who's leaking this information to The Athletic. I mean, The Athletic is truly trying to dig into this whole trade situation still. You know, after Luka has posted back-to-back good games, you know, a 30-plus game against Denver, a triple-double against last night Dallas Mavericks. That game actually was a really good game. Really for the Dallas Mavericks, right? The Dallas Mavericks was in that game. You know, I was skeptical of the Lakers winning that game. Just as my quick rant, only because the Dallas Mavericks are in a hunt. They're in the playoff hunt, right? They're in the bubble hunt. They're trying to maintain their 8th spot. So I did not expect that game to be a cakewalk for the Lakers. Because the Dallas Mavericks had a lot to play for last night, absent of the Lakers. Regardless of who was in their face, the Mavericks are going to play that hard because they knew, you know, just what's at stake with the Warriors right behind them. So that was going to be a competitive game, regardless of no AD, Lively, and Gafford. And it was a really good game. The Mavericks just couldn't hit some late threes towards the end of the game and a couple bad turnovers here and there. But it was a really good game. Kyrie, great game. Klay Thompson sighting. That was a very, very good game. And then for LeBron James, fantastic last night for the Lakers. I mean, at 40 years old, doing what he's doing. It's just, at this point, I mean, you know what? I have my criticism of LeBron James, but never a LeBron James hater. But I digress. But yeah, so this comes out the next day, man. You know, in NBA Central of just, you know, the Mavericks or Athletic are getting information and pictures of just Luka drinking beer and smoking hookah, right? And look, that was a problem. You know, here's a quote. Make no mistake, the people who witnessed Doncic's last days in Dallas do not paint a flattering portrait of the 25-year-old's professionalism. They call him lazy. They talk about the weight issues that were such a frequent frustration within their walls. They mentioned the social media habits that the Athletic has reported on, such as a taste for beer and hookah, which have been a point of concern for NBA types since he was 19-year-old star from Real Madrid who was entering the NBA draft. They predict his basketball demise, highlighting a health history. Okay, man, look. The health concerns are still going to be there for Luka Doncic, right? Despite him looking good in these couple games, I have my health concerns for him. Will he be able to maintain his weight or not maintain his weight, lose a little weight, get some weight off his legs, keep that calf healthy, keep his lower extremities healthy? Those things are still there. So despite him having a good game, those concerns are always going to be there, you know? But I mean, at some point, the Dallas Mavericks got to let it go. Like, the digging on this has to stop. The Lakers now have him. He's not going back to the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, they made the trade. Luka has woken up. All right. It seemed like, you know, the last couple of games he's being a little more active on defense. Okay, it seems like he has a mindset change now that he doesn't want to carry these negative stigmas, right? I've always said this: the success of the Lakers franchise going forward since they got Luka is going to depend solely on Luka Doncic. Yes, what they bring around him, what they surround him with. LeBron James looked like, the way he was playing last night, LeBron James looked like he can play another 2 more years. So, you know, LeBron James may have kind of feel like he wants to leave. I see a little spark in LeBron James' game, a little more pep in LeBron James' step. Now that he's playing with Luka Doncic, and LeBron James has been looking fantastic off the ball. So, Luka's been looking good from a basketball standpoint. You know, so look, yes, the Mavericks. I'm still not gonna bash the Mavericks on the trade. I'm just not going to. I'm not gonna do that, right? There's still a lot to remain to be seen with the Dallas Mavericks with this iteration with AD whenever he gets back. Okay, and that's just gonna have to be on ice. Okay, you know, it could be a situation where it could be a win-win for both franchises. Okay, but you know that the Mavericks are gonna get the brunt of the heat right now. Understandable. That being said, the constant need for the Mavericks to justify, or these outlets doing their digging to get into Luka Doncic's background of him, you know, doing hookah, drinking beer is unnecessary at this point. A lot of people, everybody can see that Luka is not the most, you know, athletic, you know, physically athletic, you know, guard, and also the most in shape. But he's a bucket getter, right? But in order for him to maintain that longevity and win a championship or be there playing for the next 10 years, I mean, he can't be looking like this, you know what I'm saying? You know, health-wise, and having these lower extremities and missing games and stuff like that. So, you know, there's a window right now where he is playing well, and Luka's on top, as he should be. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that he's like looking locked in and wanting to play and everything, and more motivated. More than ever, and he's looking a lot like the old Luka in Dallas when he's, you know, bucking at fans and getting hyped and jawing at players and benches. Good, right? But he has to clean up some habits, and that's fair. But to keep dropping this is absolutely ridiculous, man. It's almost kind of like the Mavericks need to let it go. Whoever is siphoning this stuff or keep digging on the behalf of the Mavericks need to let it go. All right, the Mavericks fans are already pissed enough. Laker fans are happy to have Luca, but you know what? It seemed like Luca's play in the last couple of games have quelled their concerns. Okay, and AD is making progress and recovering, and based on the game we saw last night, I mean, even without AD, if they had Gafford and Lively, I think that game would be a totally different outcome. Absolutely. But Maverick, you got to play who's in front of you, and Lakers handle business. Very distasteful, in my opinion, to be dropping this stuff, as he just had a great game against Denver in this, right? And I'm not a Laker fan. I'm not even a huge Luka fan. Yes, I've criticized Luka. I definitely did not, bash the Mavericks for trading him away. But at the same time, I do understand how much of a talent he is as a top 5, top 3 player in the NBA. But again, the Mavericks have their reasons to letting him go, then so be it. And if it's stuff like this that they saw internally and they didn't like, I can see why they would do it. A lot of people may feel it's still not justifiable, even these pictures, right? But you're not in charge of an NBA franchise. You're not a billionaire. You're not a GM of a team. And the expectations that, you've seen, or the stuff you've seen with him behind the scenes, that's one thing, right? But to keep this story going and paint Luka in a negative light, it seems like there's another agenda at play. What that agenda is, trying to disparage Luka Doncic, is that agenda coming from the Dallas Mavericks? I don't know at this point. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.